going on, family? This is your girl Queens. I coming at you again to do another video. I don't know how quick it'll be, but I am out here to do a video. So make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, and comment. All right, help these videos get seen by more people like yourself. All right. So I'm out here today walking. Isn't that beautiful? So I'm out here today in nature walking because I needed some vitamin D that only the sun can give. And it's inspired me to make some content today. So let's get in. So a lot of us have been in this energy of just feeling low energy, sleepy, tired. A lot of us have, been doing the spiritual cleansings. We've been studying, and we're like, well, why do I feel so ill? Why do I feel so drained? Why is my energy levels so low when I'm doing everything that I possibly could in order to have the reality that I'm trying to manifest? And so I feel as though the universe is giving us an opportunity to rest. If you understand how much energy it takes to change something, I'm about to give you an example. So life is a car because we're always on this path. So we'll call the path of life a road. So our tools, our resources, this is our vehicle. Our body is also our vehicle. All right. And so the more you're adding stuff to your vehicle, your car, it's wearing down your car. And so you have to, unload some of that. And if you can't unload it, it is times when you have to let your engine rest, let your transmission rest in order for you to continue your journey without any issues. So it's like that. We have to put our bodies, we have to put ourselves in some type of rest state in order for us to get rejuvenated energy-wise. Because all of the downloads, all of the things that we're adding to ourselves, this stuff is knowledge. So it's almost like a weight until you learn how to distribute this weight. All right. So another example of our spiritual journey is we're doing all of this. We're adding all of this stuff. We're walking by faith, not by sight. Boom. We have a head-on collision with a problem. Okay. And it's because, again, we were driving without our sight, but we weren't necessarily on autopilot. Because you got to know how to put your vehicle in autopilot. It just ain't going to automatically go into autopilot. It's not going to automatically go into cruise control. You have to know how to operate those features. And so we need rest because it's freaking cold as shit. Let me go to the car and grab my sweater because it's cold as a fuck. The wind is blowing. The sun is shining, but the wind is blowing. But we have to, know how to put things into the proper perspective and be okay with it. That's the rest. And we're talking about rest as in a break, not rest as in the rest of it. Okay? So you have to provide your body with enough, rest. So your transition, your transmutation will be easier on your body, because we don't have another body hanging up in the storage unit or in our closets. You feel me? We only got this one. And so when it is overwhelmed, when it is exhausted, when it has had its fill, it will require you, or it will force you to shut the fuck down. And so it can get rest. I know this all too well because yesterday was a prime example of when your body say, I want a motherfucking rest. I don't give a damn about what you got going on. So I'm going to give you a little story from yesterday. So yesterday, I had to take a road trip to go see my daughter in college because I couldn't figure out how to do something that she needed done for school. And so she's a little bipolar, to say the least. So I had to go see her in person because it is some stuff I'm just not trying to do. So, anywho, I ride with my son. My son drives, okay? So I'm just riding. I'm fucking comatose the whole motherfucking time. I mean, I don't know what's going on. I'm delirious, right? So I'm in and out of sleep, but basically my whole brain is shut down. I'm in autopilot. My body said, oh, you could be in autopilot? Okay, you gonna be in autopilot. So I was in autopilot. I couldn't even record a video on the road because I was in autopilot so good. All right, so it's nippy out here, so I had to get my sweater because I'm anemic. I hate fucking being cold. There's just something about that shit. I'd rather be sweating than to be motherfucking cold. So, anyway, so long story short, so I shut down. On the way back, I think it's like a 3-hour drive. On the way back, I'm shutting down again. My son trying to force me to stay up and talk, and I'm just like, I can't. I just can't. So I get home after all of that journey. I get home. The first thing I want to do is go lay in the bed. So I tried to lay in the bed, but for whatever reason, I'm restless. So I get up. I say, I'll work out a little bit, exercise, because that usually wear you out where you can settle down and take a nap. So I got up, I did a little, I ain't gonna say cardio, but I did a little workout. That was the medicine right there. That's what I needed. So now I lay in the bed, I go to sleep. Boom, it's 8:30. I'm knocked out. I'm knocked out 8:30 at night. In the evening, that ain't even nighttime. Because in the summertime, the sun will still be out. Boom. So I wake up about 1 something in the morning, and I'm up. And the messages I was getting is that I'm going through a reset. And I have to be okay with things not being normal. I'm doing all of these moon rituals and, spiritual baths and all of these different things. And I don't expect to have some type of physical change or resistance. It's insanity. And so it made me realize that, when we're doing all of this work, it's gonna play out in the physical. It's gonna, you're gonna have things that's gonna go on with you in the physical. There's no need for you to get paranoid or go to a doctor and let them diagnose you with something. It's for you to take rest and to allow your body the natural process of whatever purging that it is going to do. Okay? So you could get cold symptoms. Some people get cold symptoms. Some people, get flu symptoms. Some people's allergies start acting up. Wherever there is negativity, when you start doing your cleansings, when you start doing your rituals, when you start to level up, you are going to experience physical symptoms. Wow, this water is dirty, but it's beautiful. You feel me? And I'm out here alone. Because that's what I like. Peace and quiet. I don't need nobody else talking in my motherfucking head. I got ancestors, I got spirit guides, I got me, I got my shadow side. I don't need no extra people around me giving me things to pick up on and listen to. Fuck all that. But I say all of these things about the symptoms is because you have to expect these things. You have to expect the unexpected. All right? I'm telling you this because what if you get symptoms of a cold and you go to the hospital and these people lie to you because they have a history of lying, and say, oh yeah, well, you could have COVID. Let's test you for COVID. Your test results come back positive. Or they make your test results come back positive to vaccinate you. You understand? I'm going to turn this camera because this is beautiful, y'all. I hope I can turn the camera. I don't know if I can turn it without stopping it, so I'm going to just turn the camera. So, it's one of those things where you have to know who you are and where you stand and what you're forcing your physical body to go through. Because you go to a doctor, you go to a hospital, you go to your friends, you go to anybody that's not spiritual, and they will hand you crazy in a handbasket. Okay? They will hand you that goddamn COVID vaccination in a handbasket. Oh, this is what's wrong with you. This is gonna cure everything. Nah. They're going to give you antibiotics that's going to weaken your immune system that it's not going to naturally be able to fight it off. Because those are synthetic antibiotics. Okay? And see, now we living in a technology world. We don't know how much of our herbs, how much of our medicines, don't have nanobots in them. So that's why you want to take rest. You don't want to be sitting up here downloading viruses and bugs and shit into you, because if you know anything about, the spiritual world, we could be considered living in a virtual reality. So it's nothing for them to download a virus into a human now. You got to stay aware. And that's what that rest does. Once you add yourself so much knowledge, you rest. You sit and you meditate on that knowledge. All right? And that's when it'll start to resonate. That's when it'll start to raise your vibrations, raise your knowledge, your IQ in that level. You just can't just, shove down a whole bunch of food down your throat without giving your throat chance to digest what you just put the fuck down. Rest. The key word here is rest. Now, I'm not saying rest into a depression, because that could happen. But you have to take rest. It's healthy to take a 30, 40-minute, hour nap when you've done some strenuous stuff mentally or physically. It's not healthy to fucking sleep all day. It's not healthy to take a 4 or 5 hour nap. Now, if you done went to work, you done did some other stuff like I did yesterday, and you have a little shutdown for a few hours, it's nothing wrong with that. Nothing was required of me during the time that I shut down. But if something was required of me and I shut down, guess what that meant? That meant that I am negating my responsibilities as a human, as a good steward over the things that the Most High, that the universe has given me. Whether that's power, whether that's a job, whether that's a business, whether that's being a parent, whatever it is. Go on this side so y'all can see me. So you have to keep all of these things in mind at all times. And so that's why taking rest, even mental rest, Rest for each person will look different. But I had a complete shutdown because I wouldn't rest. I couldn't get it together. I could not get it together. I'm talking about I was all over the fucking place. And I hate to leave and go anywhere on Saturdays because Saturday is my money day. The weekend, that's my money day. Just like with any other hairstylist. So, I pace when I talk. So, a lot of people will do that, but whatever. I'm a pacer. I can't stand still. But the whole point is this, we have to allow ourselves to be who it is naturally, and then we have to allow ourselves to flourish and develop spiritually and personally at the same time. So that means it takes a delicacy to manage yourself accordingly. And you ain't gonna get that just by saying you got that. It takes experience, it takes wisdom, it takes doing, and everybody ain't cut from that cloth, y'all. Everybody ain't cut from that motherfucking cloth, y'all. So it's gonna look different for everybody. You the best that ever done it because you the only one motherfucking doing it. That's why. That's why. Look around you. Look around you. So don't be afraid to take rest when you need motherfucking rest. Because guess what? If you ever heard the story of the tortoise and the hare, the reason why the tortoise failed, the hare. The reason why the hare, the fast motherfucker, failed is because it got cocky. It decided that it was going to take rest when the other opponent just started to realize what was going on. It's time for you to take rest before your enemies start realizing what the fuck is going on. Because once they start their race, the competition has begun. No, you're not competing with them. They're competing with you to get to where you're at. So you can't stay there. Now you got to move. It's not time to rest then. That's why when the universe makes you rest, shut down then. Because you don't want to have to shut down in the race and let that hare wake up from that nap and beat you. See, you ahead because you steady. You keeping the same momentum. You keep adding to yourself. You're not content with where you're at. You keep adding to yourself. So the reason why you want these people are gonna wake up is because they're gonna wake up and you're gonna be a force to be reckoned with. You're gonna be a god. And they gonna be like, what the fuck? How the fuck? And you gonna be like, yes, 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 with two of them fucks. Or both of them fucks. So we got to stay on this shit. We got to. They built all of these different systems around us, to distract us so that they can be winning the race. You got to get in a circle of winners before you can start building with motherfuckers like yourself. You can't build when you got a whole bunch of motherfuckers around you that ain't never been in the game. It just ain't gonna. Damn, yeah. Sorry about this. The wind blowing, so the lighter you got to go due east on the motherfucker to get the lighter to work. Look, a lot of these motherfuckers around you ain't never been in the game before. They ain't never played. They ain't never even looked into spirituality. So, you ahead of the game. You got experience. that makes you valuable. And so when you are valuable, when you have value, you got to go around motherfuckers that appreciate that value. Not that your value changed. Look, you could be a diamond ring in a muddy pond. It don't change your value. You got to be around things that see your value, that appreciate your value, that add to your value. I see you, diamond ring. I'm going to put a little baguettes around you, damn it. You know, I'm going to shine you on up. Put you in a case. I'm going to make sure nobody can steal you. That's when you've arrived. When you got motherfuckers like that around you that see your value, appreciate it. Until then, you a diamond ring at the bottom of a muddy pond, and you gotta hope that somebody come around with some type of metal detector, or somebody on a quest to find some unusual shit to find you. But when you on that beautiful, esteemed person's finger, when that beautiful, woman or handsome man, is wearing you and taking care of you and holding you to your value and appreciating your value, it's a whole different motherfucking ball game. That's fucking for sure. So that's what rest do. Rest puts you in a position where you can gain insight. All right? Before they give you a good juicy steak, they let it rest. Before you get that, that diamond ring that somebody created for you, they after they make it, they admire it. They let it rest. So make sure you're taking your rest, y'all. Make sure you take your rest when it's needed. Don't allow yourself to become overwhelmed by circumstances. Don't allow yourself to be, shaken. You see how smooth that water is? You got to learn how to be smooth and rest. And even in resting, you're not still. But you got to learn how to take the rest when you need it. Meditate when you're overwhelmed. If you need to take a power nap, take a power nap. Take a break from some people, places, and things that are overwhelming to you. All of these things are considered rest. Sometimes you need to take a break from the foods you fucking been eating, the fucking weed you've been smoking, the things you've been doing that you do every day. Sometimes you gotta just take a break from that. Sometimes it does mean taking deep breaths. Practice your breathing. Focus on your breathing. Appreciate the fact that you even fucking breathing. Look at that wind. Damn, that shit strong, y'all. Oh yeah. I say. But you gotta know. And the only way to get your spidey senses is to slow down enough to fine tune the motherfuckers. So when it is busy, when it is chaotic, when the wind is blowing, when the waves are crashing, your ass can pick up on the damn messages that you need for you. You your biggest savior. Fuck all the dumb shit. Everybody I want this person to be responsible for me. I want to. No, you. What is your soul telling you? That's why you got a soul. What is your soul telling you? You're the most important manifester in your reality. You are the most important. I didn't say you're the only one. And I'm not saying you trump God. None of us trump the Most High, the universe, period. But if we respect His laws, it works for us. Take your rest, man. Add to yourself knowledge. Get that wisdom. Fuck all the dumb shit. Peace.